Hi guys, Pigmoon here with another video. Today we will discuss one of the latest news after Singapore's Terrex APCs were seized in Hong Kong. So let's start. So what is the One China policy and how does it apply to Singapore? Okay, a quick review of China since 1949. China was previously known as ROC prior to 1949, that is from I think 1911, before the Communist Red Army overran the nationalist Kuomintang in 1949 and created the PRC, People's Republic of China. ROC or Republic of China was thus relegated to the small island of Taiwan, and they have been contesting for political space ever since then. Okay, do remember that Republic of China was one of the major allies during World War II and a founding member of the UN. But all this changed in 1971 when the PRC kicked the ROC off the UN and assumed her membership instead. This tussle didn't end just with the kicking of the ROC of the UN, but also across many multinational agencies within and outside of the United Nations. One example is that Taiwan, although developed and has many international allies, is actually not a member of ICAO, which is the International Civil Aviation Authority organization. So some of this doesn't really make sense. So from 1971 to 1992, this tussle wasn't formalized or conceptualized into a concept until the two sides decided to meet in Hong Kong in 1992, where the 1992 consensus was mooted. Though now both sides continue to disagree on this supposed consensus and how it came about, the current PRC ideology of the One China policy gets its roots from there. In essence, there is only one China, and both China and Taiwan belongs to one China, and there isn't any other nation between the two entities. So using this spirit of the 1992 consensus, the PRC has politically influenced other nations to align their views with them. In practice, it means that Taiwan is just another province and it should not be dealt as a nation by those who wish to be on good relations with the PRC. So many of these nations has continuously switched diplomatic allegiance from the ROC to the PRC, and on a very lesser scale from the PRC to the ROC. So it has to do with how much they are paid, as in invested by either of these supposed China. So after this review, what has this got to do with Singapore and what has it got to do with the Terrex APC seizure? Let's watch the video.
中方已经就此向新方提出了交涉，要求新方严格遵守香港特区政府的有关法律，配合特区政府做好有关的后续处理工作。中国政府一贯坚决反对与中国建交的国家与台湾地区开展任何形式的官方往来，包括军事交流与合作。我们要求新加坡政府切实恪守一个中国的原则。
So from the video, we can clearly hear the view of the PRC's foreign affairs spokesperson that Singapore has not followed the One China policy diligently, and we should be strictly following that. But is this why the seizure of the APCs occurred? It seems rather implicit, doesn't it? Then again, what is Singapore's stand? The government of Singapore has always maintained that the One China policy is the way forward for cross-straits relations, cross-straits being the Straits of Taiwan, and Singapore has never deviated from that concept. The big elephant in the room is that the Singapore Armed Forces has also maintained military ties with ROC, which is Taiwan, and it has never been a close secret. The SAF have been training there for many years, and since this cross-straits relations have chilled since the new president Tsai Ing-wen took over, every ounce of political brownie points that can be scored or influenced will be used by either side, which is China or Taiwan. But Singapore has been caught in between while they continue to tussle who is the real and only China. So is the One China policy actually workable in practical practice? Leave your comments below, and also on how Singapore actually should move forward with this seizure of military hardware. Seems very benign at the moment, and there's like little or no way out.